guys, BlackPanthaa here and welcome back to Forza Motorsport 5 once again, and today we are driving the GMC Syclone. Now this one was not suggested to me, but I just got finished doing the sports truck events and this thing wanted to slide. You could tell, but it being four-wheel drive, pretty much anything wants to slide, but it really just screams slide me, this truck, especially with this design that I got on straight away from buying it. It's pretty much like a sticker bomb design, which is pretty awesome. So we're literally going to be sticking with that and upgrading the car. So I've done a few upgrades to it. I think I've done like the most minimal upgrades you'll ever see on a car, mainly because, well, obviously I needed it to be under a certain points limit for it to be drivable in this series of events. So I'm literally going to throw everything into it, as you would expect me to do with most of my drift builds. With four-wheel drive, you can literally just not really worry about what you throw in there. It's going to do well if you tune it correctly. Even if you don't really tune it, you can just go in there and have a laugh. That's kind of why I prefer going four-wheel drive, and I think that's where I'm going to stick for a while. Though I'm going to try some rear-wheel drive stuff, because I like to expand my horizons and that sort of thing. Horizon? Get it? Horizon? No? Okay. So, I'm going to literally throw everything into here, fully upgrade this thing. It's already four-wheel drive, obviously, so there's not much we need to do on that front, but want to be able to get everything in there so we can tune it and get the most out of it and get it going sideways on the Alps to see what we get with it. So, that's the engine stuff done. Now platform and handling. Put the brakes on. I always like putting this stuff on because you can actually see. Well, you would be able to if it didn't have those big ugly rims on it, which I'm really going to rip off in a second. Did you see that drop? That was like the lowest drop as well. But it was a good drop. Oh, I'm going to watch that again. Going to go back. Drop. Love it. Okay. I appreciate the littlest of things on Forza Motorsport 5. After being on Gran Turismo for so long, you kind of do. So, I'm going to put weight reduction in it because she is big, she's a truck, and all that. Though it's probably already got some in there because it automatically upgrades it to whatever it is to kind of make it fair when you're competing with everything else. Put everything in there clutch-wise, drivetrain-wise, and we'll literally be done with it, and then we can just literally go straight to the tuning of this thing. So, the reason I want to go drift mainly is because it just looks like something that you would normally throw in a circuit race or a drag race. Probably more drag race than anything, so it'll be quite interesting to see what it's like, you know, in a drifting. Because when you see this thing drifting around, you're going to be like, what the? So, I want to eventually make my own sticker bomb style, which, you know, you guys can suggest stickers for me to put on maybe. I might do that in the future, but do that in a stream or something. But I'm going to go with putting on the drag tyre compound. Reason is I like the less grip factor, especially when sliding. Some people may prefer stock and then throw on if it doesn't work too well, but I just prefer having straight on with those. And those tyres are pretty thick. It is a truck, but wow, I didn't expect them to go that thick. Alright, rims. Beautiful rims. Let's see what we've got here. So, we could go with specialised or sports. I'm going to look through some of these sports rims because I like these. These are pretty nice. Want something that stands out, that's kind of weird and wacky, just like the kind of sticker bomb style on this car. That'd be something good. Let's see what we've got. So, obviously I can change. No, I can't change the colour because it's not my car. Never mind. So we're literally stuck with the colour we've got here. So we need something that stands out as it is. I'm thinking going into Specialized so far. Specialized is the home of the drag wheels and that sort of thing. I think drag wheels would really look cool on this because it's kind of just one of those cars. And those aren't bad, actually. Not something I'd normally go for, but they're kind of wacky and cool. What else we got? We could literally just go with that. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty basic and bland, but looks awesome. Got those. What else have we got? We could go with those. I like those. I like those a lot. Definitely going with those. They're really weird, which is kind of matching the car, so that's what I'm going to go with. And then increase the size. I could literally make them massive. Like, there's literally no tyre left. What I think I'm going to do is I'll go up 2. Yeah, so we'll go... Yeah, we'll go up that. So it's 2,000 for those. Alright, and the rear wheels will be exactly the same. There we go, 2,000. Basing it off the points there. Alright, so now for the wings and stuff, I've already got this stuff on, but basically what you can do at the front is add in like a racing part here, which I'm not sure I'm going to do. It doesn't really make it look that much better. And for the spoiler, I went straight for this one. It just looks so much better than the stock wing, because there isn't no stock wing. Never mind. Well, it's better having a wing on it. I think it looks a lot cooler. Okay, so that's that sorted and done. Conversion, just to very quickly show you, we could put in a twin turbo, but I'm not going to do that. And obviously we could do an engine swap and stuff as well, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep stock engine for this build. Alright, so back out of that. And so as I said, I want to do my own sticker bomb, and the reason is you guys can suggest stuff, and obviously I can change the colour of the car. I'm probably going to make it white. I'm kind of breaking my no black car rule here, but it's got the sticker bomb, so it kind of keeps the crazy style, and it doesn't look completely black, so it's alright. So yeah, we're going to have to remove the design to do that, so I'm not going to do that. If I can... No, I can't do anything else, can I? So, we're sticking with that design. It was like a recommended one, and they got the recommendation right, because I like it. It's weird and cool. Alright, so I'm literally now going to go to the jump to the upgrade, go to test drive, and go to U, and let me just check I got my assists correct. Keep the suggested line on, it won't matter anyway. We've got steering on normal, manual, sorted, and ready to go on the festival circuit of the Bernese Alps. Bernese Alps. Who's Bernie? I don't know. Alright, we are in the cockpit view. That's what I was doing on the races. That's mainly what I do in races with cockpit view. And that time is really specific for this track. Alright. Not really, Then again, it sounded a bit better there. So what I'm going to do straight away with this car is bring down the tyre pressure. This is normally what I do. And then I go 0.5 there. And I'm guessing this thing's going to be quite sluggish. That's just me guessing. So I'm going to go with lowering that. And then we've got the camber. We could do that, but what I like to do with four-wheel drive drift cars, they usually just do. You know, they usually just do as they are. So that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to keep it as it is, but I'm going to stiffen everything up because it is a truck as well. I'm guessing it's going to be a bit more bouncy because it's heavier and I don't know. But yeah, let's stiffen everything up and then let's lower the suspension completely and stiffen everything up here. This is literally my main tune. I mainly just do the stiffening up and throw it and see how it goes. But if it doesn't go as I would want it to, then I would change everything, you know, to do with the camber and so on. Okay, so for the differential, I'm going to go 85, and then I'm going to go 75. It's normally what I go for about. Yep, it's fine with me. If it needs a bit more power, just throw more into that, and it should be fine as it is. Let's see how we do. With the thing, I saw it drop. I saw it drop. Did you see it drop? I saw it drop. Alright, here we go. Let's see how she does stock. Well, stock camber tune. I think we need a bit more power, to be honest. So I'm going to go back to the tune setup, and I'm going to go literally throw everything diff-wise to the acceleration to full. Balance, I'm going to bring that down to 60 to the rear. And I'm going to do the camber and stuff now. So let's remove some of that, add some of that. And for the toe angle, toe out brings the tires closer. It increases turning response, so we want some of that. Increase at the front like that. That looks about right to me. Let's give that a go. So yeah, it doesn't seem very powerful. Which I kind of expected it to be a bit more powerful. Do you know what I think I might have actually done? I think I made the rookie mistake again and put it more towards top speed than... Yeah, I did, I think. I went to the left, didn't I? I meant acceleration. I'm a fool when it comes to this. I'm thinking Gran Turismo and going to the left to increase it, so that should help a bit. Okay, I'm going to increase the turning response a little more just to get it to go out a bit quicker. I keep going past it, don't I? Yeah. I always do that. There we go. And for the camber, negative camber, reduce understeer, increases cornering grip. I'm going to lose some of that a bit more and see how we do with that. So I can always do an engine swap and get more out of it, I think. Because it looks like one of the engine upgrades even improved on top of the stock engine fully upgraded. So I could have done that, but it doesn't matter too much. Because I'm probably going to use this, but I'm not going to use it, say, as often as my R34 or something. Because it's just not really a car you would drift around much, but I'm quite liking it. I'm quite liking it. You have to kind of... like, it's not as heavy as you would think it would be. Like, it looks like it's going to be a lot heavier than everything else, but it's really not. Like, you can tell it's heavier, obviously, because it's a truck. If it wasn't heavier, I would kind of be a little bit worried. But at the same time, you can kind of tell it's not as heavy as you would expect it to be. Like, I'm guessing there's going to be heavier cars that I've got without the DLC. If I got the DLC, you can get the big bloody trucks. So I'm guessing those things you're going to notice are a bit heavier. Bloody hell! I was flying for a bit longer than the norm there. Sorry, truck. Come on. Keep it going, keep it going, keep going. No. So yeah, I think power-wise, I'd usually go for a bit more. So I'm probably gonna do an engine swap to this if I do keep using it and fully upgrade that. I should have really just looked and gone for the most power I possibly can, because obviously you can tune down the power, but you can't tune up that as much. So for four-wheel drive, me being a rookie, keep in mind, I would actually suggest literally getting a four-wheel drive car, turning everything off, fully upgrading it as much as possible, you know, putting in an upgraded engine if possible, and throwing it, and just literally giving it a go stock, and that's kind of how I like to do it. But I didn't think an engine swap would have really benefited that much on this, but it might do, it might do. Not changing, sorry. You're limited to that speed, truck. I'm sorry, I'm not letting you go any faster. Alright, let's do some cockpit. I liked, when I was doing the track races, like the circuit races with this car, what I did like is, this car is really fixable. Like, once it began to slide, I could fix it very quickly again and kind of correct my mistake. Because obviously I was only sliding by mistake on doing the circuit races, because you don't really try and slide that much while you're doing circuit races. But having drifted four-wheel drive cars, I feel safer in them. Like, with traction control and stuff, I would always have traction control on when doing circuit races and so on. But recently, after kind of making everything go four-wheel drive, I get a muscle car, rip out the engine if I've got a limit to stick by, and put four-wheel drive on it. No, put a weaker engine so it's still in the points limit. And I just prefer it. Like, I know I've got a better advantage over everyone with rear-wheel drive already by just the launch, but it's more controllable. Like, even though I've ripped out that engine, I'm still doing a lot better than the AI on a quite a difficult level. So I think four-wheel drive cars is really what I like to drive. They're just quicker at launching, and they're also much more responsive, like when it comes to correcting mistakes and so on. So I think what I might do is literally just every car I get on Forza Horizon 2, I'm literally just going to rip out the rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, stick four-wheel drive on it, and that is my car for the whole game or something. You know, I love four-wheel drive. I'm really tempted to try the M3, just rip out the rear-wheel drive and that, put four-wheel drive in, and see how that drifts, because seeing that drifting online, I'm pretty sure people will it'll turn some heads, because the M3 just turns heads. It's a fantastic looking car. No, she didn't like that. Right, let's give it one more go here. Too much, too much, too much, too much. Ah. Anyway, that's enough drifting from me. I've got something stuck at the front of my car, and I'm messing up my game. What is that? Oh, it's my spoiler. No, it's not. It is. It's not. It was a weird glitch I had earlier. Like, there was like a floating little bit next to my car. It was really weird. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. If you do like the truck, make sure to like this video because it'll help a lot. And let me know, do you prefer four-wheel drive cars on games or do you prefer rear-wheel drive? You know, what do you prefer? I'm thinking being like a literally full-on four-wheel drive guy because I just feel safer, I feel more in control, that sort of thing with four-wheel drive. And it just, you know how to correct it. It just makes more sense to me. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me for this episode of Car Hoarder. Hopefully you liked the truck. If you didn't, let me know. If you did, let me know. And yeah, I'll make sure to suggest cars you want to see in the next episode of this. And there she goes. Can I correct it? Yes, I can by accelerating forward. I meant to do that, and it still looks cool. Fantastic. See you in the next video, guys. Peace.